Hello, hello, hello. This is Btrayed Oliver, and I want to tell you a little story, and this is definitely a true story. All right, so a couple of weeks ago, I went out to Westchester to go and hang out with my girlfriend and her girlfriends. So we'll be having a good time, be chilling, come back home. I do remember that the girl wasn't feeling well at that particular time. So right there at the bar, I massaged her back. Her clothes was on, not no real physical contact, like flesh to flesh. Alright, so then we come home, I'm chilling. About a week or two later, I go back up to Westchester, get a phone call while we're in the road, and it's like, yo, you need to come up to the spot, something happened. We got up there, and then they let us know that one of our friends, the girl that I gave the massage to, passed away. So it was like, what's this is about, right? So then, we all try to just, console each other and everything like that. A couple of days later, probably 3 days later, we all got word that the young lady appears to have passed away from bacterial meningitis. Now, I'm not laughing as in like ha ha. I'm laughing as in F me, right? So now I'm thinking like, Osmosis Jones, like my head and my mind is going everywhere. So now it's telling everybody we need to go to the doctor and get ourselves checked out so we can get this protractive whatever medication that's supposed to help ward off this deadly and contagious illness. So fine, I find out Friday, I go to the doctor Saturday, tell the doctor everything that's going on. He's telling me go like this, I don't feel any pain. I didn't feel any pain. Unfortunately, I woke up this morning and the left side of my neck was a little stiff. Go figure. I don't have any fever. I have a headache, but they also said that my pressure was up. So I was like, okay, not a problem. Give me a prescription for the antibiotic, the protractic or whatever it is, right? So I go down to the Rite Aid and I'm waiting, and at the same time I figure I'd get my blood pressure medicine and everything filled up. So I'm waiting. The lady asked me, she said, do you want to stay or do you want to come back? And I said, well, how long if I stay? She says 20 minutes. And I said, and how long if I wait to come back? She's like, oh, it's going to be like hours. So I said, okay, only 20 minutes, I'll wait. 20 minutes passes, nothing. I go up to the window. They was like, oh yeah, unfortunately, we don't have this medication for the bacteria meningitis, and I was highly upset about that. So they made a phone call, or she appeared to have checked. And then she told me, okay, the Rite Aid that's over there on Ralph and Fulton Street will have the medication. I said fine. So I continued to wait for my metoprolol and my hydrochlorothiazide, which is my pressure medicine, and the water pill. So another 30 minutes passed. I go to the window. I was like, excuse me, miss, what's going on? She was like, oh, well, I can't help it. They're working on it now. I said, okay, well, you told me that 20 minutes ago, and that wasn't working. I, at the same time now, is going crazy because now I'm dying. Like right now, I'm standing here in front of everybody and I'm dying. That's exactly how I felt. I was like, I'm going crazy. I said, I gotta get out of here, get to that Rite Aid, and get this medication. So at this particular time, I'm almost at hysteria, and an hour passed by, and my metoprolol and the hydrochlorothiazide still wasn't ready. So I walked out of that place, tears in my eyes, just frustrated. So I walk over there to freaking Fulton Street and Ralph Avenue. I go up to the window. I'm confident because the lady told me at the other Rite Aid, oh, they have it. I checked. Don't worry. I get there, the lady goes, nobody called me, nobody called me. I tried to call your doctor, he no answer. And I'm like, wow, what time is it? It was like, oh, it's like 2 something. I was like, okay, well, I'm quite sure he left around 2:30. Then they said, I called the Rite Aid, no answer, no answer. So now I'm like highly upset. So again, the tears start coming into my eyes again. I was like, yo, what can I do? She goes, well, I don't know. I can't order it because something she told me, and at this particular time, I drank out everything. Now, prior to walking to getting to Rite Aid, I had to go down Ralph. I got off of Halsey Street and I had to walk down at Ralph. So like 1 block into Ralph Avenue, there's this quickie pharmacy, some new pharmacy, a mom and pop pharmacy, a good old fashioned hood pharmacy. So I walk up in there and I spoke to the lady, and she took the paper and she said, oh my goodness, I had to take the same medication because I work with patients, and this is for bacterial meningitis. Oh man, I just wanted to grab her and just started crying. It's like, oh my God, somebody knows, somebody understands. And she's like, yes, but she says she went through such a bad time with that. So immediately she told me, she said, listen, I don't have this right now, but if you want me to, I can order it for Monday. So I said, okay, well, let me go to the Rite Aid first. So then I walked to the Rite Aid and then went through the BS over there. Then I came back to her, walked through the door. And then she took my information and then she says, your card is not working. I'm like, F me. Hold this thought. Walked out, looked both ways. Oh, there's a liquor store. Got to the liquor store, got by the dad, opened it up, closed it back up, put it in my pocket, went back into the drugstore and said, okay, so what can we do? So she said, well, let's see if we could try to call Rite Aid. Okay, fine. We called Rite Aid. They answered when she called, but then the other lady at the other Rite Aid said that she wasn't able to get through. Anyway, so the lady was able to get through. She was able to get the number, but it still was something missing. So she tried to get some other connections with the medical provider. She wasn't able to get to it. I was like, okay, fine. I'm like, at this particular time, I'm just like losing it. I'm like, okay, now let me see if I can find a health department, you know, because again, I'm like dying now. Now I'm crawling on the floor. All kinds of things is happening to me. I'm having vertigo. I'm losing my hearing. I'm losing my sight. Everything's like, whoa. I was like, okay, fine. I walked out, opened it up, took another drink. Could have been a liquor. But no, it was like all the other anxiety too. So I took another drink, closed the bottle back up. I said, okay, fine. So then I got home and I was like, okay. Oh, prior to that, I let the lady know. I said, okay, my job did say something about another change in medical. So I said, okay, I'm going to go home and I'm going to go and I'm going to try to find this other number or whatever, so on and so forth. So I'm looking. I get a call, but it went into the voicemail. I listened to the voicemail and said, Miss Oliver. I was able to get the number and I have everything ordered for Monday. You can come and pick up the medicine, hopefully. And I like the way that she said hopefully, because she didn't guarantee it. Hopefully around 11:30. Okay, fine. So I'm feeling a little more at ease. So I'm sitting there and I'm saying, okay, everything is good. And then my neck started to hurt. So now all of this is like real stiff. Now I'm saying to myself, is it the possibility that because I was crying hysterically yesterday and at the same time as leaving the Rite Aid because they said it was only going to go 20 minutes and I walked to go get me something to eat and to come back and there was this little sweet little dog that looked like Mr. Miles, like chained up, and he's barking hysterically. So I'm looking at him and then all of a sudden I hear a tap 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 and I turn around and this man, he's sitting at the Dunkin' Donuts in the window like, you know, giving me signs like, no, he's my dog. And I'm like, yeah, but you know, he's out there, you in here, wears his coat. And then me and him started going at it with that mind your business, my mind is my business. Like, just wasn't a good day. So by the time that I basically got escorted out of Rite Aid because of all the hustle and bustle and the fact that I was really hit, everybody was like, Miss, calm down. You know, you're emotional. You damn right I'm emotional. I am dying. Somebody just told me that the person that I was sitting next to, the person that I gave a hug died of some infectious disease and you want me to calm down and y'all not giving my medicine. It's an hour later and then I got to go find it someplace and go through. Oh my goodness, it was just terrible. It was just terrible, just terrible. So right now I still do not have my medication. It's Sunday night. I think this is February the 12th of 2017. So I'm going to let you know what's the next haps when I go and get the medicine. Now, for the record, I do not think that I'm contagious. I do not think that I'm dying, but I'm just telling you about the thought of not knowing what one person have to the next. It just kind of make you a little paranoid and make me a little I can understand a little more about germaphobes. I don't know if you have a germaphobe in your life, but I have a germaphobe in my life, and I work closely to her, and you know, it's getting me to kind of understand, like, yo, Medea, I don't think I want to shake anybody's hands anymore. But I am going to let you know what's going on. The crick in my neck, I know when I was sleeping last night, because, you know, I really didn't sleep last night. I slept sometime this morning, and my pillow wasn't right, and I felt when I turned wrong. But, you know, when the mind, which is a terrible thing to waste, is overgulfed by the possibility of some kind of virus going through your body and killing you at this particular time, it's really scary to see that Rite Aid did not have the medication on hand, and I think that this medication should be there. This is not funny. They supposed to, I mean, this is Rite Aid. I mean, this is Rite Aid. I felt like I was getting the wrong aid from Rite Aid. But anyway, this is Btrayed Oliver & Sons, and I'm going to give you an update on part 2 of my adventure on, you know, this bacterial meningitis. I advise you to look it up. It's a disease that's inflammation of the spinal cord and the brain. You get an infection in your system, and you know, it definitely can cause death. All right, so to our friend, may you rest in peace. And I'm really nervous about this, but you know, God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. One love, peace, deuces. Don't forget to fade. Family, friends, allies against discrimination everywhere. Fight for your right to be yourself. Deuces.